King Charles III and Queen Camilla arrived in the United States for a 4-day state trip to mark the 250th anniversary of American independence. On the second day of the visit, President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump welcomed the royal couple with a formal ceremony on the south lawn of the White House. Business leaders, lawmakers, and invited guests gathered Tuesday morning as Trump and King Charles greeted each other warmly. Light rain fell during the ceremony, prompting Trump to joke that it was a beautiful British day. The King shook hands with members of the cabinet before joining Trump for the national anthem and a 21-gun salute.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of the United Kingdom, followed by the national anthem of the United States.
During his remarks, Trump praised the long relationship between the United States and the United Kingdom. He linked the signing of the Magna Carta in 1215 to the birth of American democracy. Trump said, "American patriots today can sing, 'My country, 'tis of thee,' only because our colonial ancestors first sang, 'God save the King.'" He also mentioned his late mother, Mary McLeod, saying she once admired King Charles.
Thank you very much, everybody. What a beautiful British day this is. And it really is. Your Majesties, members of the British delegation, friends, service members, and distinguished guests, welcome to the beautiful White House. Great honor to have you. Melania and I will never forget the spectacular honor Your Majesties showed us during our extraordinary visit to Windsor Castle last September. Now it is our tremendous privilege to host you, and you're going to have a wonderful short stay, but stay nevertheless. In the centuries since we won our independence, Americans have had no closer friends than the British. American patriots today can sing, "My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty," only because our colonial ancestors first sang, "God save the King." My wonderful mother, Mary McLeod, was born in Stornoway, Scotland. I also remember her saying very clearly, Charles, look, young Charles. He's so cute. My mother. My mother had a crush on Charles. Can you believe it?
The King and Queen later joined Trump and Melania on the Truman balcony for the first ever pass-in-review held during a state visit. Nearly 500 members of the U.S. Armed Forces from all 6 military branches took part, while 300 troops marched below in a show of military readiness. Afterward, King Charles met privately with Trump in the Oval Office. Trump later called the meeting really good and described the king as a fantastic person. At the same time, Queen Camilla and Melania Trump visited the White House Tennis Pavilion for a youth event under Melania's Fostering the Future Together program. They met students, viewed technology displays, and posed for photos with foster children. Queen Camilla wore a pistachio green silk jacket by Fiona Clare and a diamond heart brooch once owned by Queen Elizabeth II. Later in the day, King Charles received a bipartisan welcome in the House chamber, where lawmakers from both parties stood and applauded. Members of Congress, including Democrats Rep. Sir Ilhan Omar and Rep. Hakeem Jeffries, joined the ovation. The room laughed when the king joked that the US and UK share everything in common, except, of course, language.
I would like, if I may, to take this opportunity to express my particular gratitude to you all for the great honor of addressing this joint meeting of Congress, and on behalf of the Queen and myself, to thank the American people for welcoming us to the United States to mark this semi-quincentennial year of the Declaration of Independence. And for all of that time, our destinies as nations have been interlinked. As Oscar Wilde said, we have really everything in common with America nowadays, except, of course, language.
Speaking to a joint session of Congress, King Charles praised the deep cultural and historical ties between both nations. He also urged continued cooperation on global issues. The king called for unyielding resolve in supporting Ukraine against Russia and praised the NATO alliance. He ended with a message of unity. I pray with all my heart that our alliance will continue to defend our shared values and that we ignore the clarion calls to become ever more inward-looking.
In the immediate aftermath of 9/11, when NATO invoked Article 5 for the first time, and the United Nations Security Council was united in the face of terror, we answered the call together, as our people have done so for more than a century, shoulder to shoulder, through 2 world wars, the Cold War, Afghanistan, and moments that have defined our shared security. Today, Mr. Speaker, that same unyielding resolve is needed for the defense of Ukraine and her most courageous people. The story of the United Kingdom and the United States is at its heart a story of reconciliation, renewal, and remarkable partnership. From the bitter divisions of 250 years ago, we forged a friendship that has grown into one of the most consequential alliances in human history. I pray with all my heart that our alliance will continue to defend our shared values with our partners in Europe and the Commonwealth and across the world, and that we ignore the clarion calls to become ever more inward-looking. And so to the United States of America, on your 250th birthday, let our two countries rededicate ourselves to each other in the selfless service of our peoples and of all the peoples of the world. God bless the United States, and God bless the United Kingdom.
Tuesday evening, Trump and Melania welcomed the King and Queen back to the White House for the state dinner. Their motorcade arrived shortly after 7:19 p.m. Trump shook hands with Charles, while Melania greeted Queen Camilla with a handshake and cheek kiss. The four posed briefly for photos before Trump praised the King's speech, saying, "He made a great speech. I'm very jealous."
Made a great speech. I was very jealous.
The White House foyer was decorated with cherry blossoms, while shades of pink shaped the evening's design theme. Guests followed the white tie dress code, the most formal style of attire. Melania wore a pale pink strapless gown by Christian Dior Haute Couture, with matching gloves and silk pumps. Queen Camilla wore a deep pink Fiona Clare gown with an amethyst and diamond necklace once linked to Queen Victoria and later Queen Mary. Trump and Charles both wore black tuxedo suits and white shirts, with the King adding a blue sash and medals. The dinner menu began with garden herb velouté and hearts of palm salad, followed by ravioli made with herbs from the White House garden. Guests were served Dover sole meunière as the main course bathed in nutty brown butter. Dessert was a beehive-shaped chocolate gâteau with vanilla bean crémeux custard. Tables featured green linens, spring flowers, and more than 250 pieces of White House vermeil. The guest list included leaders from politics, business, media, and technology. Trump opened the dinner by praising Charles's address to Congress and calling the US-UK partnership a friendship unlike any other on Earth. He thanked Britain for what he described as a great, great gift of shared heritage. Raising a toast, Trump honored 250 years of American freedom and called Charles a great man. He said both countries had stood together defiant and triumphant against the forces of communism, fascism, and tyranny. King Charles then presented Trump with a bell from the tower of HMS Trump, a Royal Navy submarine launched in 1944 that served in the Pacific during World War II. The monarch called it a symbol of our shared history and shining future, then joked, "If you ever need to get hold of us, just give us a ring." He closed by thanking Trump for a wonderful dinner, adding with humor that it was a considerable improvement on the Boston Tea Party.
Mr. President, I am delighted to present to you, as a personal gift, the original bell which hung on the conning tower of your valiant namesake. May it stand as a testimony to our nation's shared history and shining future. And should you ever need to get hold of us, well, just give us a ring. Thank you, Mr. President and Mrs. Trump, for your splendid dinner this evening, which, may I say, is a very considerable improvement on the Boston Tea Party. So, whether your cup contains tea, wine, Scotch whiskey, bourbon, or even cola, let us raise our glasses and voices as we toast the past, the present, and the future, thank you, of our two proud and allied nations. To the United States and the United Kingdom, God bless both our countries.
Thank you very much.
That's all for now from Global Pulse Unplugged. Stay sharp, stay informed, and we'll see you next time.